Hey yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. Got some breaking news. According to reports, Keith Thurman versus TSYZU on Amazon Prime, the first PBC card, March 30th. It's going down.
Hey yo, what up, you guys? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic, back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest and greatest content.
Looks like Keith Thurman versus TSYZU. TSYZU would be defending his belt against Keith Thurman. A lot of people were saying it was looking like Terrence Crawford versus TSYZU. I didn't think Keith Thurman would step up to 154 pounds to face TSYZU. TSYZU is a tough fighter. He's a tough cookie. Yeah, I think Keith Thurman would be able to pull it off. I think the only thing Keith Thurman gotta watch out is, I don't know if TSYZU gonna try to apply a lot of pressure, and Keith Thurman just gonna use his boxing skill, which is IQ and his power. I think he got the skills to defeat TSYZU. Only thing, if you look at TSYZU, his last fight against Tony Harrison, I mean, the only thing Tony Harrison didn't have was the power to keep TSYZU off of him, because TSYZU applied a lot of pressure. And I don't know if that fight is going to take place in Las Vegas or it's going to take place back in Australia, which I think it should take place here, because even though he's the champ, he should be able to call shots. I just think that it'll be more of a bigger fight here in Vegas, because I know TSYZU, he probably doing camp here in Vegas as well. So Keith Thurman last fight against I think it was against Mario Barrios, and he ended up defeating Mario Barrios. And I mean, he looked spectacular from almost being off for 2 years, a 2-year layoff, and still came in and did what he would normally do. I thought he was going to be able to, Keith Thurman was going to be able to at least knock him down or knock him out, unlike what Tank did to him. Tank ended up putting paws on him and dropping him twice. And a lot of people was trying to do a measuring stick between Keith Thurman and Tank. Well, I don't know about that fight. That fight would never happen. I don't think. But at one point in time, they was talking about Tank facing Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman had been calling out the tops, especially Earl Spence. He had been calling out Earl Spence. He had been calling out Terrence Crawford. He told Bob Arum to send him the contract. That was when Terrence was over there with Bob Arum and Top Rank, and fighting on ESPN. And when he was calling out Earl Spence, him and him was on the same side of the street, quote unquote, where everybody always say, "Oh, you're on the wrong side of the street." But they never could make that fight happen, because when Keith Thurman was the champion, Earl Spence was calling him out. Keith Thurman was basically telling him he ain't fought nobody. He ain't gonna give him what he looking for. Then Keith Thurman ended up losing one belt and giving the other belt away. He fought Manny Pacquiao and lost that belt. Then he came back to redeem himself against Mario Barrios, and then Earl Spence, ended up taking the belt from your Dennis Ugas. And Earl Spence did his thing. He captured 3 belts. He took one belt from Kell Brooks, took the other belt from your Dennis Ugas, and took the other belt from Sean Porter. And then we had that mega fight between him and Terrence Crawford, and we seen how that fight went. But TSYZU versus Keith Thurman, man, that's huge. I mean, I'm gonna take Keith Thurman in that fight, because I gotta go with the home team. And I'm looking for Keith Thurman to do some great things in this fight coming up March 30th on Amazon Prime. I mean, if y'all haven't got Amazon Prime, make sure y'all go and get it. That's gonna be the next big thing for all the boxing shows. PBC putting on all the shows, all the podcast shows. It's gonna be on It's gonna be on Amazon Prime. So yeah, to kick it off, I thought at least it would be, you know, like a top fighter, like, you know, Terrence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez, or, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, I wonder who gonna be on this fight card with TSYZU and KRITH THUTMAN. You know, that's what I'm interested to see. I want to see Gary Antoine Russell Jr. He haven't been in a fight in a long time, and I know, you know, I think he like ranked number 3 for Devin Haney, you know, Devin Haney spot. And I know Sando Martin is Devin Haney mandatory. Then you got Richardson Hitchens. He got a fight. He just announced that he will be fighting in April, but I was hoping that him and Devin would get in the ring. But the next man up, if Sando Martin don't take that fight and Sabril Matisse don't get in that, take that fight with Devin, the next up is Gary Antoine Russell Jr. So hopefully they can, you know, figure something out. And I know, you know, Devin is fighting on his own, but even though he not signed with him, I know if the money right, he gonna be there. Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all let me know who y'all think is gonna win out of KRITH THUTMAN and TSYZU. All right, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One love, one life. I'm out.
If you enjoy content like this and you want to see more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.